believe that the Bible says, my God will show up. Y'all don't get this thing. Listen, don't you dare move until the sand that's on the ground is now dry and ready for your feet. Everybody that says it's dry, don't you think what they say. Everybody that says it's time for us to walk, you let them keep on walking, but you stand still and see the salvation of God. Don't you dare move, because it's by faith that I'll stand. I'll stand in the good times. I'll stand in the bad times. I'll stand when you're talking about me. I'll stand when you support me. I'll stand until he comes for me. I'll stand still and wait on the Lord, and I'll be in good courage. He may not come when I want him, but I believe that the Bible says, my God will show up and he'll do it on time. Can I get a witness? Stand still and see the salvation of the Almighty God. Hallelujah. Wait a minute. Sit down for a minute. I'm going to get done in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. He got to that place that he understood. Don't you dare get caught up thinking that these are just Bible stories. We are connected to these stories. We are connected because the same folks that he called his people, we now stand in the same gap as his people. We are the chosen Israel. We are God's anointed people. And so if God took care of them under Pharaoh, if God took care of them under Pharaoh, what makes you think that God won't take care of us in the middle of this evil land? In this land where they're creating nuclear bombs. In this land where by the touch of a button you can find pornography all over the place. In this land that everybody's lying and don't nobody want to tell the truth. In this land where cheating has now become the natural way of doing things. In this land that when it's evil coming so fervent at us that we have to stand still and resist. Can I talk about resistance for a minute? All right. It ain't easy. It's a challenge to let somebody step on your foot and you don't tell them off. It's a challenge for someone to get in the way of what God has passed for you and you leave it alone. Lord have mercy. Watch, watch, watch. When you encourage yourself, you got to make sure that you're encouraging yourself in the Lord. Watch that, watch that. Not encouraging yourself to do what you want to do, but encourage yourself in the Lord. What am I saying? That whatever I'm doing, that God will get the glory. That whatever I'm doing, that God will be glorified. Whatever I'm doing. Listen, listen. I don't care who you are in this room. At some point, God will transfer something right from him to you. And he's going to wonder how you're going to handle it. He's watching you to see, are you going to judge somebody else? Because the same way you judge them, I'm going to judge you. Are you going to look for their strengths? Because the same way you're looking for their strengths, I'm looking for your strengths. He's going to ask you, are you understanding that now it's not up to one of you or the other, but you got to share this thing? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? That in a transition of leadership in God, you got to understand something. His ways are not our ways. You'll never figure it out because he didn't tell you. If he told somebody else, be still and watch it happen. If it doesn't happen, then you can tell him they're a lying prophet. You can tell him they're a lying preacher. You can tell them they're a lying choir member, whatever it is. You can tell them that ain't real because you said God said. Watch this. If they say God said, sit back. Wait on it. Because whatever God says is coming to pass. I dare you to sit back. Don't get angry. Don't get frustrated. Sit back and watch God. By and by, when the morning comes, you're going to see what's real and what's not. We have to understand that Moses in this situation was real. Everything that God led him out of Egypt to do, he did it with the people. Watch this. When the people got stiff-necked and stubborn, they had no faith in Moses. They had no faith in God. So they spent 40 years going around in a circle because they had no faith. You want to know why your situation hasn't broke? You have no faith. You want to know why you ain't got no money? You have no faith. You want to understand why things can get taken away from you? Where is your faith? Listen, the size of a mustard seed. And anything that has smallness to it, it has the ability to grow. So how do I get my seed to grow? First of all, you got to plant it in good ground. You got to standardize what you're doing by taking your seed and then planting it in good fertile ground. What am I saying? Sometimes you got to hide your seed when you're planting. Everybody can't know about what you're doing and how God has told you to do it. Too many of us want to tell everybody about the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for me. And what you're really doing is boasting in you and not boasting in God. And because it's in you and not in God, then God allows your trial and your tribulation to come against what you've been boasting about. I dare some of you to go into a secret place. I dare some of you to go deep into a place that nobody knows about and plant your seed. Whatever it is that you need from the God, I dare you to plant your seed of whatever it is that you need and be patient and wait on the Lord. Watch this. Every season has an ending. I don't care what season it's in. Here in Connecticut, we've had a rough winter. We've had snow up to our knees. But let me tell you, it's over soon. It's coming to a close soon. I'm not worried about what Scott Haney says. God says everything has a beginning and an end, and this season too shall come to a close. What you need to understand that in that time frame, when the season doesn't feel so good, you need to understand that your prayer life is watering your seed. That your belief in God and being patient is now watering your seed. Loving your enemy is now, I need some help, yeah? Loving your enemy now is watering your seed. Your patience is being built because you're watering your seed. And as you water with your obedience, somebody say obedience. When you water with your obedience, then God brings the increase. And right now I feel increase in this room. I'm looking at some people that God is going to give some increase to this week. God is going to increase you in whatever it is that you're going through.